Hey, Essentially Fit family, today I need you to have a mat to be able to get on the floor for some of the workout. We're gonna mainly be doing chest and lower body today. So you will need a set of dumbbells that's the same weight for the entire workout. We're gonna go ahead and get started here with a standing warm up and our standing combo first, and then we'll take it down to the floor. So what I want you to do is to go ahead and we're gonna sit into a squat. So sit back like you're looking for a chair. Sit your butt back far enough to where you can still see your toes if you were to peek down. And make sure that your knees are just not going forward over those toes. So your knees might go a little bit over the ankles, a little bit more towards your laces of your shoes, but that's okay. We just don't want you to go forward like this over your knees and your heels lift up off the floor. So we're gonna come up from this squat, and then I want you to get a little bend in those knees, and we're gonna cross punch here. So you want those knees to have a little bit of a bend to them so that you can cross, keeping those legs facing forward, but we're twisting at the torso. Getting that upper body and spine warmed up. We're gonna do sort of a cross lift in a little bit with weights. You're gonna go ahead and come up. So what I want you to do is we're gonna squat, come up, cross punch each side, bring it to center, squat, come up, cross punch each side and back down. Just adding this together. Take that time to set it up. Squat down to center. Awesome job. Just keep it going. You want to come up, slight bend in those knees. Cross punch each side. Don't completely lock out those elbows. So you want a slight bend whenever you go straight out to the side. And last one, bring it in. All right, so what I want you to do here is we're gonna go forward lunge, extend out, come to center, step it back, twist, push those arms out, and then we come back. Rotate, extend, come to center. Now, with this, forward lunges are sometimes a little bit harder for people, especially if you have any kind of knee issues. So play around with how far that step is and where you feel like it still feels comfortable. We always want happy knees. And then you can play around with how far you bend that knee. So anyone can do these. It's just a matter of, do we make that step a little bit smaller, or do you go a little bit further and challenge yourself a little bit more? As long as your knees feel fine, you're good. We're gonna go one more each side here. One more. Okay, I want you to go ahead and grab your weights. So what we're gonna do here is you're gonna hold on to that weight and you're gonna get those shoulders rounded down and back. We're gonna go into a deadlift. And we're gonna push those feet into the floor, coming right back up. So keep that back flat. Bend at your hips. If you need to, you can always turn to the side to check your form if you need to. All right, we're gonna go a couple more here. You have a slight bend in those knees and up. So face forward. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna add in that lift. So palms are gonna rotate out towards me, so you're gonna face me. We're gonna cross that weight and come out in front. It's like bending that elbow. Palm lifts to the ceiling, and you're crossing it to that opposite shoulder. So if you see me sideways, my palm is crossing my body across towards where, not in towards the other shoulder, but we're going in that direction to that side of the body. Okay? So you just want to stay nice and tall here. A little bit more of the chest. You feel your shoulders and your biceps, I'm sure, through this, especially from some of the other exercises we've done during the week. One more lift. All right, release. So we're gonna add this together. I want that flat back deadlift first. Lowering it down, hinge at the hip, push those feet into the floor, rotate those palms out. One cross each side, and then we lower it back down to deadlift. Up, cross it, and lift. Lower back down. Push through and come up. Cross each arm. Palm goes up to that ceiling. Lower back down. Takes a little bit more control. We're not moving super fast. Really activating and using those muscles and feeling where they're working and controlling that lift. We have a couple more here. Deadlift here. Alternate each arm. One more time. Nice flat back. Feeling your glutes and your hamstrings. Okay, now we're gonna go into a squat. All right, so just step it out to where your feet are shoulder width apart. You wanna sit back like you're looking for that chair to sit in. Even if you have one nearby, you can sit back like you're going to sit into that chair and just tap it, okay? This will always help you with good form. If you're just not sure you're getting it right. And then just check those knees every now and then. Make sure your knees are not winging out over the pinky toes or in over the big toes. We want it pointed right towards those middle toes if you can. That'll help make sure that your knees are feeling okay. We're gonna go one more squat, and then we're gonna hold up. Now, this will be a little bit different. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hold, bend those knees, elbows are bent 90 degrees here. We're gonna cross, punch, shoulders and chest in this exercise. It's kind of hard to really work the chest without getting other muscles involved, but we're primarily working chest today. And you know I'm always gonna sneak in lower body. One more each arm. Woo! All right, lower down. So we'll add those two together, and I want you to squat here. So squat down and up. You have curl, cross punch each side. Lower down and squat. Up, curl, cross punch, back down. You can bring it up, get to where we're moving those weights when we go down and come up. So lower into your squat. Curl it as we come up. Be ready for that cross punch. And curl, cross punch each side. Sit down into your squat and curl, cross punch. Slight bend in those knees, okay? Get that breath going. No holding it. Back down. One more time. Woo! My arms are feeling it for sure. Feel free to grab a sip of water here. I'm just gonna give your arms a little bit of a break. And then what I want you to do, we can just jog it out. Or if you do have any knee issues, just tap it side to side, low impact here, okay? So you can keep it low, or you can do a little bit more jogging in place if that feels good for you. And all we're doing here, because the strength training exercises are a little slower pace, we're getting our heart rate up in between these reps. You can take the opportunity to pause and grab a sip of water quickly if you need it, and then we get right back to it, okay? So what we're gonna do next is we're adding all 4 of those moves together before we hit the floor for our floor combination. And we're gonna rest here and grab your weights again. Go right into that deadlift. So follow the first round through a little bit slower. So with those shoulders down and back, hip hinge here. We're gonna come up and rotate those palms out. One cross lift each side. Go down into your squat. Half curl, cross punch each arm. Lower back down, we go deadlift. Rotate up, cross, lift. Woo! And squat it. Half curl, cross punch. Back down, deadlift. Hip hinging forward. We cross lift each arm. Palm up to the ceiling and squat. Half curl, cross punch. Back all the way up to your deadlift. See? Not so bad. Adding it all together. Come to your squat here. Half curl, cross punch. Notice whenever I go into my cross punch that I bend my knees slightly. Little bit of a squat. And squat, then cross punch. See? Even I mess up sometimes. Get into your deadlift again and cross lift. Go down to your squat and cross punch here. Back to your deadlift. Cross lift. Oh, you guys are doing great. Squat and cross punch. Back to your deadlift again. Cross lift. Back to your squat. Cross punch. I want you to go 2 more times through. All right, deadlift here. And cross. And squat. All the way up, cross punch. And deadlift. Cross and lift. Squat one more time. And curl, cross, punch. Amazing job. You guys are doing awesome. So let's set those weights down. We're gonna come down to your mat or carpeted area if you're comfortable with that. And we're gonna come on your back. So I want you to come down, grab your weights. You're gonna lower down to the floor, get that chin retraction. So first, we're gonna hold up into a bridge. So get your hips up, hold. Elbows start out to the side, thumbs face each other, and you press up, weights meet in the center, lower down. Just a chest press here. Exhale as you lift up. Make sure you get that chin retraction. We're gonna do 2 more of these. Lower down, lower your butt down to the floor. For this one, I want you to pick those feet up and get that flat back on the floor. We're gonna start at the top with our palms facing each other. You're gonna go out into a chest fly, slight bend in those elbows. Chin retraction, controlling your torso We don't want to roll to the side at all as those weights go down. Exhale as we get those weights back up. One more time. All right, lower those feet to the floor. Place those weights right on your hips, okay? And you can hold there. You're gonna go up into a bridge. Chin retraction. Press that chin down to the floor. Squeeze your booty and exhale as you lift towards the ceiling. Weights are just for a little extra resistance. Getting your glutes and your hamstrings here. One more time. Release. Get those weights. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the butt down on the floor. We're gonna go into a fly first. You bring it up, rotate those thumbs towards each other, go down into a chest press, rotate palms together back to your fly. Rotate thumbs and chest press. Back to your fly here, slight bend in the elbows, go back to your chest press. Elbows go out to the side on that one. And if you feel like at any time the weight feels too heavy, you can modify by how far out you let that fly go out to the side. You can always grab some lighter weights, or you can just go half the distance as you are going. A little bit more bend in those elbows if you need to. We're working different angles of the chest by turning and rotating palms towards each other, and then palms out going into our chest press. So let's go one more set of each. And chest press here. Now, we're gonna lower down and set those weights down. And I want you to sit up. We're gonna come all the way up to standing here. And I told you, we're gonna get our heart rate up just in between these combos, so it's just twice. And you're either gonna step side to side, or you're gonna jog in place. You can focus on your breath here. Just getting our heart rate up a little bit, because we're laying on the floor. You don't feel like you're super out of breath or any of that kind of stuff when we're doing this type of a really concentrated workout. Again, if you need lower impact, step it out to the side. Just tap it out. You can still get your heart rate up. You can still feel winded. You just don't want to sound like you can carry on a complete conversation without having to take a breath here and there. Okay, so we're gonna release, we're gonna take it back down to the floor. We're gonna add all of that together like we usually do. So we got the upper body combination, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise up into a bridge. Start with your chest press, elbows out to the side. We bring it up and then rotate to that fly. Rotate those palms away, and I want you to lower the butt down to the floor and the elbows and lift. Rotate out into a fly. Bring it back down with that chest press and back up. Back to your fly while you hold that bridge. Lower it down into that chest press. Back up. Hold and fly. Lower back down, elbows out to the side. Make sure that chin is pushing down towards your mat. And chest press. Back up. Fly. Hold that bridge. Back down. Woo. elbows out to the side. Lift, hold, and chest fly. Lower back down, chest press, and fly. Chest press here, up, fly, back down. I don't know about you, but my booty is burning. Take it down, go back to your chest fly here, back to chest press, and lift. We're almost there. Back to your chest press, lift and open to that fly. One more time down, and fly. Bring it in, and set those weights to the side. Roll to the side for me. All right, so what I want you to do here, we'll come up. You can have a seat in your chair, and we're gonna cross that ankle over the knee. Open that knee up here. And you can take your chest, lead with your chest, bending at the hips, folding forward, getting that outer thigh, deep glute stretch here. We're gonna hit the chest in just a minute. Stretching out. Nice deep breath. I know you guys will be feeling this chest work in a day or so. Let's release that leg and go to the other side and open. Still lead with your chest, come forward a little bit. You can gently press that knee, open with your elbow. Nice deep breaths. Hold your stretches, 30 seconds. Okay, we're gonna release and come up. So what I want you to do here is we're gonna get a forearm on the wall, palm on the wall, elbow makes contact with the wall, and we just rotate and open your chest, okay? Open the whole body. Feel that through your chest, through the armpit, even the shoulder area, and hold here. You can go inside a windowsill if you have it, a door frame. Just place the arm, the forearm on your wall, and we just open up. You can turn and look towards that opposite shoulder, get a little bit of that neck SCM muscle that attaches from the jaw down to the collarbone there. Nice deep breath. We're gonna release, and you're just gonna go to the other side. Forearm on the wall, and open up. Again, you can look towards that opposite shoulder. Nice deep breath. And slow release. Now, what I'd like for you to do is take those hands behind you. We're actually going to reach over. Heads go towards the floor. We're bending over. Arms are going over your upper back. As far as you can feel like that doesn't feel painful. It feels like a good stretch. We're just opening everything up with that upper body. Reversing that rounding forward that we do from being on the phone or being on your computers or just sitting. So I want you to release your hands here and let those arms just drop towards your feet. Let your head relax. I want a good deep breath into your rib cage and your back. As you exhale, we're just gonna walk those hands up your legs a little slowly, keep you from getting dizzy. We're gonna come up, and you guys made it, you're all done. What a simple workout, but super effective. You guys have a great day.